Hey everyone, today we're going to keep talking about this book, my book, Eternally Ever After by me, Jill Deville. It is a parable about the Disney princesses and a few other princesses that are special to me that aren't Disney princesses, helping us to relate to being that princess, that royalty, that child of the Most High God, the King of all kings, the Lord of lords, Jesus Christ, knowing that if we just stay on that path, we will get to see the beautiful kingdom that He has provided for us and have our eternally ever after. This book, Eternally Ever After, I wrote it during in recovery from having many brain surgeries, and it just was revealing and honorable for the Lord to trust me with such a story like this. All of them are, you see the cover, and some people think they're for children, some people think they're fiction, but they're not. They're non-fiction Bible studies. They're a deep study that will just like awaken your mind and help you to see things in the way Jesus saw things, the way He taught me. He always was teaching me. He always is teaching me in parables and giving me the wisdom and understanding to show everyone else how to know His Word, to see His Word, and to see messages from Him in everything that we do, even cartoons. And a lot of us as young kids, we fantasize about that kingdom and about that princess and about that prince and their clothes and their all that palace and everything, but we forget all the things that happened before that, the rejection, the betrayal, someone trying to kill them, all the different things. I was laughing last night as I was scrubbing the toilet. I was like, today I felt like Snow White, you know. But a lot of times we don't say that till we put on a beautiful dress or something like that. But to be able to relate to her also in that setting helps you to understand more your eternally ever after. So today we talk about Tiana, and I love this chapter. It's right here, chapter 4. It says that New Orleans gumbo. If you're from Louisiana, right now it's cold and everyone's cooking soups and gumbos and things like that. Well, God showed me a great parable with Tiana, with that gumbo she loved, that her father taught her how to make, that later intrigued her to have her own business and her own carry on that gumbo with him. So, chapter 4 of Eternally Ever After starts like this. Tiana, a Louisiana girl from New Orleans, she was no princess. Oh, how I can relate. Tiana was taught to be a hard worker and to reach her goals, much like I was. I love being from Louisiana with all the traditions such as crawfish, gumbo, southern hospitality, hunting, fishing, and more. Tiana lost her father at an early age, but she always remembered what he taught her, that hard work pays off. Our Father God teaches us this too in the book of James, and it reminded me how Jesus' earthly father Joseph died early too. One day, Tiana found herself faced with a frog. I am certain most of us can relate to that as well. The frog was Prince Naveen, but she did not know that. A lot of times men come into our lives and we think they're not a prince at all. They're just a joke, or they're not enough for us, and we keep getting with the wrong people thinking that they're right because they have the certain look of status that we want, right? He had made a deal with a man by the name of Dr. Fassler, probably saying it wrong. Like most of us do, we are desperate. You know, he was desperate. He wanted to have things that he didn't have, so he was desperate. So he went to a man of magic. Don't that remind you of someone in the Bible? Whenever the sorcerers were telling Paul and were telling the disciples, they're of God, and they turn around and rebuke that sorcerer out of them. But Jesus is going through the word in Matthew and Mark and Luke and John and telling us, don't go to people with like that are sorcerers or magicians. Go to Him. He has the final outcome. You see, as rich and known as the prince was, he was rich. He didn't need anything, but he still went to this man to have something that he desired. He became lazy, and his parents wanted to teach him a lesson. They cut him off from their riches to learn that what hard work, honor, and integrity was. The prince did not want to learn that. He wanted to get back to his lifestyle without that work, much like many of us do. Next thing he knew, he was turned into a frog by Dr. Fasteler. Probably again saying it wrong. The only way the spell could be broken is if a princess kissed him. Naveen assumed Tiana was that princess due to her clothing when he saw her. How many times have you seen someone at work, at church, at school, or otherwise and thought, they can help me. They look the part. Many people see the cover, and that cover up is something that that person is doing, and sometimes they don't mean nothing by it, and sometimes they do, but we fall for it. We fall for these enemies' tricks all the time. We think we can get nothing from that conversation. I skipped a part. We fall for the enemy this way too. We judge the person by the appearance without even knowing who they are, and more importantly, who they are for. We think we can get nothing from that conversation, so we rush off. We think that person can help, so we kiss the frog, ring, or butt, aka. Whatever your slang is in your area. You may think they look like they have it all together, but they don't. This happens when we act in haste and judgment, and action taught to us by the devil, instead of the patience and discernment and action taught to us by God. Like Naveen, Tiana was wanting something. She was looking for something, and she didn't quite understand why she didn't get it. And I think a lot of people in this world are the same way. Everything you have, you seem to still want something else, whether you're living wealthy or in poverty, or just a normal, people like to say mid-class or whatever that is. I don't know. But no matter what, you are faced with different things in your life, and you're always wanting something more until you find that love of Jesus and become satisfied with him and start to relate to what he is doing in you and for you. And it causes you to stop having the distractions that you're having. So, little did Naveen know, Tiana was only dressed as a princess due to a great mess she made on her clothing while at the huge masquerade Mardi Gras celebration for her friend, Charlotte. Charlotte was a princess. Tiana was the server there. Many times we are overlooked because we are the hard worker in the background. We do not want or need the spotlight on us because our dedication and work ethic, others look great while we are hidden. Do not let this get you down. All are meant to be the body, both the revealed and the hidden parts. God teaches us this in 1 Corinthians 12. Some people need or want titles like Naveen, while others are seeking their goals like Tiana. Matthew 6 and James 2 come to mind the most when I think of Tiana. She works as though one who would work for the Lord. She did not need the recognition of others. She was in a competition against self every day to be better than she was yesterday, and that's what you should be. She knew that was the only way to win. She understood clearly there is no one else to compete with. Not that she was prideful, she was clear on her purpose. You need to be clear on your purpose. I can relate to her in so many ways. James 2 teaches us faith without works is dead. You can all have the access you want to something, but without hard work behind that faith, that opportunity is dead. Y'all, get eternally ever after and get close and intimate with Jesus most of all, and learn that you have so much in common with each individual princess, the daughter of the Most High God, seeking him, learning about hard work and dedication and faith. And this Bible study will change your life. Thank you, everyone, and I pray that you go and get eternally ever after and enjoy this journey with me. Bye.